Echoes of Silence, Tracing Palestinian Voices through Edward Said's lens. Palestine, a land in rich history, culture, and diversity, has been the center of civilizations from ancient times, but its significance has also made it a target of invasions and conflict, with the Israeli occupation marking the latest chapter in its long history. For over 70 years, Palestinian lands has been under occupation, witnessing expulsions and suffering, encapsulated by the slogan, "A land without people, for a people without a land." Among those who rose to challenge this narrative was Edward Said, a voice that echoed the unheard stories of Palestinians, critiquing Western media's portrayal of the Middle East and advocating for Palestinian rights. Who was Edward Said? Born in Jerusalem, raised in Cairo, Said emerged as a leading figure in post-colonial studies in the United States, profoundly impacting culture and academic fields with his work, notably Orientalism. Said's thoughts revolutionized how we perceive the power dynamic in knowledge and cultural representation, especially regarding the Palestinian struggle. In The Question of Palestine, Said delves into how Palestinian voices have been suppressed in global media. Let's explore his three key points. First, the blocking of Palestinian representation. Said highlights how Zionism often speaks for Palestinians, silencing their own voices on the world stage. Second, the denial of Palestinian existence. Through political rhetoric, like Golda Meir's claims that Palestinians did not exist, Palestinian identity has been systematically erased. Lastly, ignorance of Palestinian reality. Said criticized the media neglect of Palestinian lives, emphasizing their existence beyond the conflict narrative.
The problem that we face as a people is that we're being told by the Israelis that in a certain sense we don't really exist, that the continuity of our existence in Palestine, that our history, our identity is sort of manageable by Israeli historians, by propagandists, by politicians, is manageable as something else. The Arabs of Judea and Samaria, Begin used to call us, two-legged beasts, terrorists, everything but not Palestinians. We were there. I mean, you can't do more than that. But it's so indecent and humiliating an exercise to have to say that we do exist. That is to say, there were villages, Palestinian villages, there were Palestinian cities, there was a Palestinian society, there were Palestinian people before 1948 who were Arab and who formed a society, underdeveloped, or whatever you want to call it, but it was there, which abruptly and dramatically in the middle part of 1948 was shattered, dismantled, destroyed.
How do these insights apply today? Palestinian struggle continue. From raids on civil organizations to outright denials of their existence by political figures.
Employees say these are humanitarian organizations helping Palestinians living under Israeli occupation.
We don't take our legality from the occupying power. Our legality is coming from the nature of our work. We are working in law.
And while in an interview with an Israeli finance minister who claims that there is no such a thing called Palestine.
There's no such thing as a Palestinian people. Do you know who's Palestinian? I am Palestinian.
The recent war in Gaza exemplifies biased media coverage, often sliding the Palestinian perspective in favor of a single narrative.
Would you condemn Hamas for what they did?
You ask me why I won't condemn them. Because those young men were born into a concentration camp. Half of the population of Gaza is children. 70% are refugees who were expelled from Israel in 1948.
However, there is a hope. The rise of the internet and social media is changing the game. Now every individual can be a voice for truth, bringing global awareness for the Palestinian cause. In conclusion, while the media role in Palestine narrative echoes Said's analysis, the digital age offers new avenues for truth and representation. Edward Said's legacy continues to inspire a more nuanced and just portrayal of Palestine.